Greg and I were just talking about what a great bunch of people you are to play for.
It really is. It really is something. Play for.
Play for. Perform for.
All right. Well, David said, "You want to start?" And I said, "Sure." So I'm gonna play one that's gonna make you regret that decision.
No.
1:45, nowhere to go. You order one more, the bartender says no. You should have been home several hours ago. What the hell, so what else is new? Your wife probably chained and bolted the door, so you'd have to knock. Yeah, she's done that before. Your dog would start barking and pee on the floor. So what are you going to do? The waitress is showing romantic intentions. As you gather your car keys, she casually mentions that if it's not out of your way, she could use a lift home. 4:45, the waitress, she snores. You carry your boots to the patio door, but she's got a dog you didn't notice before, and he's roughly twice your size. Ears start to twitch, he shows you his teeth. You back away slowly on unsteady knees, return to the bed and crawl under the sheets, with Rover right by your side. And as the minutes tick by, you happen to spy what you failed to notice before. The waitress in white on her wedding night, and the groom in a blue uniform. Oh, 9:15, dog by your side, sound of a car door slamming outside. Nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. Whatever will be, will be. Key in the lock, he opens the door, calls to the beast that's asleep on the floor. Big tail wagging, he runs out the door, and just like that you're free and safe at the wheel of your automobile. Count your good fortunes again. You look death in the eye, and you still did not die. Now don't it feel good to gamble and win? 9:45, finally back home. Seems like a week, maybe two, you've been gone. But why is the furniture out on the lawn, and most of your clothing too? Key doesn't open the lock on the door. Your wife said she just couldn't take anymore. Seems like it cost you a little bit more than only an hour or two. Hey buddy, it sucks to be you.
Kind of saw my life flashing before. We're not live on the air or anything, are we, Randy?
Yes, we are.
Sorry about that.
Well, then I'm not going to tell that story.
It may not be for long.
I learned to ask that question. So, there's a little different feel to it, this song, but I was talking to somebody out front about the new project I've been working on. It's another one I'm working on with John Oates and some great songwriters in Nashville. And long story short, my grandfather wrote books when I was a kid, and I never read them because I was a kid, and I was busy playing the drums and doing other things. But he died in '73, but in '72 his last book was published, and it was a novel about South Arkansas and these families in the late 1800s, and it was was a pretty tragic book, and when I finally read it, I thought, man, there's song material in there, you know. And so I gave a copy to Oates, and I said, read this and tell me what you think. So he read it and called me in a couple of days, and he said, what do you want to do here? And I said, I'd like to make a record of songs based on this book. So we gave the book to Dana Cooper and Irene Kelly and Wood Newton and Doug and Talisha Williams and my friend Shelley that works in my guitar store, and we all contributed to these songs, and John pitched in and wrote as well, and so we're republishing the book, reprinting that with new artwork and new cover and all that. We've got this beautiful album recorded. Videos for most of the songs are going to come out over the next year. First one comes out next Friday. It'll be all over Facebook and on a site called Diddy TV out of Memphis. And anyway, this is the title cut. I wrote this with Dana Cooper, and feel free to do some embellishments.
Okay.
Just from, you know.
Thanks.
It's tough. You go in and you make a record with a cellist and a steel guitar player and all these guys, and it's just this lush thing, and then you go, I'll just go play these by myself now. They lose a certain depth, but you have to find a spot for them. This is called Beauty and Ruin. I traveled far through the lonely wood, crawled when I had to, ran when I could. No way to know what I would find. Beauty and ruin at the end of the line. This crooked road that I wound up on led me to you, and now you're gone. Our sky of blue turned cold and gray. Beauty and ruin at the end of the day. Beauty and the sinking sun, the union of two lonely ones together in the dark. Ruin in the breaking dawn, and life goes on, two hearts torn apart. Heed the story in a face grown old. See the faded glory of a dying rose. Savor the sweet and bitter wine. Beauty and ruin, I was yours and you were mine. We were like wisps in the winds of chance. We'd fall and twist, we'd spin and dance. You spoke to me in words that rhymed. Beauty and ruin forever entwined. Beauty and ruin at the end of the line. Next Friday, single everywhere, all over the world. Spotify, Pandora, all that stuff.
Those half a pennies add up.
I can hardly wait for the. I don't think it's quite a half a penny, but it's almost half a penny. It's all right. The world we live in.
I have to do this. Here's a cello-less version of a song that has a cello and piano on the record. I kind of like this pared down version, though. If you've talked to Robin tonight, I'm sure she's grinned at you and just, I don't know about you, but I melt. I see it. I just, man. So this song is for Robin's smile. Like springtime when all is new, when frost turns to morning dew, the dawn paints the heavens blue when you smile at me. Like sun on the window pane, as soft as the summer rain, the birds sing their sweet refrain when you smile at me. Nature in all of its wonder cannot compare with your smile. And this enchantment I'm under, I hope I stay here a while. Stars light the evening sky, the moon glows, the angels sigh, the world sings a lullaby when you smile at me. Nature in all of its wonder cannot compare with your smile. And this enchantment I'm under, I plan to stay here a while. Winter becomes the spring, church bells begin to ring, and I hear the angels sing when you smile at me. Thank you. Should hear it with the cello.
Well, yeah.
It'd break your heart.
Dog weep.
Yeah.
Well, I brought this other one. I better play it.
Pretty.
Thank you.
Larrabee.
It is. This is the, some of you bought that CD out there called The Head and Heart. And this is the title cut from that record. It's called The Head and Heart. You know. Love unexpected, love unrequited, feels like trouble, so you try to fight it. Like the hurricane wind, like the timeless tide. You can't run, you can't hide. When the head and heart cannot be reconciled, when a grown-up love calls out to you, stirs your inner child, the heart knows there's a price that must be paid. The head knows that decisions must be made. Have you tried everything you can? Said all that can be said between a woman and a man, but just thrown gasoline on a blazing fire, built a fence made out of dreams and razor wire. When the head and heart cannot be reconciled, when a grown-up love calls out to you, stirs your inner child, the heart knows there's a price that must be paid. The head knows that decisions must be made. Well, it's a runaway train, it's a wrecking ball, it's a burning house, and it's bound to fall. Well, it's a mandolin rain and a hungry heart, where there's a longing end and the true love starts. Hope springs eternal for the likes of you and me. From 1,000 miles away, there's a candle I can see. But like the hurricane wind, like the timeless tide, we can't run, oh, we can't hide. When the head and heart cannot be reconciled, when a grown-up love calls out to you, stirs your inner child, the heart knows there's a price that must be paid. The head knows that decisions must be made. The heart knows there's a price that must be paid. The head knows that decisions must be made. Thank you very much.
Mesmerizing. I've been watching it. It's great. I had a kid one time that took every block in the block center and built the tallest tower, and he even got me to help him once it was out of his reach. And it was really important for him to use every single block. And when he was done, when we were done, and it was like this, you know, it's like, God, I hope the principal doesn't walk in. And I said, so what do you call this thing? He said, he looked at me like I was nuts, like I should know. And he said, it's the entire state building. Every block, right? That's why it was important to use every block, because it was the entire state building. That I miss. Anyway, but I don't miss it so much because I have the luxury of drinking coffee out of a porcelain mug on my back porch, which is the best back porch in the world. There ain't nothing like a back porch and a second cup of coffee on a summer Sunday morning with the radio on, and my thoughts tend to wander to nowhere in particular while I begin to hum along to an old love song. I wonder what it'd be like if I ever won the lottery. I wonder what I'd spend that kind of money on. that I really need that I don't already have, and I've had it all along. I know I'm a simple man, and I like to have my downtime, not much holds a candle, too lazy afternoon. Don't recall the last time I was ever in a hurry, and I don't recall the last time that I wanted something new. I know car's running pretty well, got a little money put away, and the woman that I love knows all the words to my songs. Can't say that there's anything that I really gotta have, and I've had it all along. That's not to say I don't enjoy a road trip now and then, but it don't take too long before I'm headed home again. To the glider on my back porch, and a cold can of Heineken, and the woman that I dream about sitting by my side. We listen to the birds sing as the sun slowly fades away, and the day begins to give way to another summer night. Some say that I might be a little undermotivated, but I tend to disagree. I believe they're wrong, 'cause there's nothing that I really need that I don't already have, and I've had it all along. David Starr, that was nice.
Well, that's just fun.
No, that's fun.
we
Pretty country, Alan, for a white bread kindergarten teacher guy, right? That guy writes the best country songs of anybody. Oh, man.
Is there any rule against doing the Jackson Browne song?
Oh, I hope not.
Okay, good. So I play in Scotland and England every year, once a year, and I go over there for 2 or 3 weeks.
Lucky.
And I was playing in there's a little town in the Scottish Highlands on the Moray Firth called Nairn, and there's this hotel, and play there, and it's a big window that looks out on the ocean, and in the fall apparently the northern lights are out there behind. I haven't been there in the fall, but anyway. But I'm playing there about 3 years ago, and this guy right down front says, do you know any Greg Allman? He just passed away. And I said, I heard that. Was it 2 years ago? Whatever it was, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I said, off the top of my head, I just couldn't pull one out. And I said, a song I like that Greg Allman did was an old Jackson Browne song. It's called These Days. And he wrote it when he was 16. Just kills me.
Way too profound for a 16-year-old.
Kind of, but it's just such a beautiful, simple song. And so I did it that night, and I've kind of been doing it ever since. And why I'm doing it in this key, I really don't know.
That's all right.
I'm just doing the 1-4-5 version.
I bought a capo when I played in my first band with a female singer, because I don't know what it is about female singers, but they love accidental keys. They just love them. You can't live without this. Matter of fact, I've heard that if you put one of these on your dashboard in Nashville, you can park in a handicap spot. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that.
Well, I've got covered parking. I have an assigned parking space at my place there. So. That's great. It's called These Days. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things I forgot to do for you. And all the times I had the chance to. And I had a lover, so hard to risk another in these days. These days. Now if I seem to be afraid, live the life I have made in song. Well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. Now I'll keep on moving. Things are bound to be improving in these days. One of these days. These days I sit on cornerstones, count the time, quarter tones to 10, my friend. Don't confront me with my failures, I had not forgotten them. I had not forgotten them. One of these days. Thank you.
That was really good. 16. I love that.
I know.
I love that he's already jaded about love at the age of 16. He's eloquent,
Yeah?
but who's he been going out with at 16 that he didn't expect for it to go well?
Sounded like he needed a break at that point. You know?
Yeah. I want to do this one just because I'm proud of it. I had come to the end of my rope with my problems, so we went out walking, my troubles and I. And in a downtown back alley, met an old man with nothing but holes in his shoes and a smile in his eyes. He said, "Son, what's your trouble? You look like you're dying." Well, I began to walk past, then I turned to ask why. That a man who had nothing but the clothes he was wearing would look at the world through a wealthy man's eyes. And he said, "Son, I just don't see. The glass is half empty. The sun's gotta set if you want it to rise." And I rejoice in the fact that the thorn bush has roses, and I look for the patches of blue in the sky. I sat down beside him. We talked of the places and the people that he'd known as the hours slid by. And my troubles flowed out of my soul like a river. When I stood to leave, he looked into my eyes. He said, "Son, don't forget you can see what you want to." He gave me a smile as I turned to go. But when I look back to thank him, that alley was empty, except for the echo of the words that he spoke. He said, "Son, don't be thinking the glass is half empty. The sun's gotta set if you want it to rise. Just rejoice in the fact that the thorn bush has roses, and look for the patches of blue in the sky." He said, "Son, don't be thinking the glass is half empty. The sun's gotta set if you want it to rise. Just rejoice in the fact that the thorn bush has roses, and look for the patches of blue in the sky. Just rejoice in the fact that the thorn bush has roses, and look for the patches of blue in the sky."
Thank you.
That's poetry right there. That's nice.
Thanks.
5 minor's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
They still making things in China now?
Do what?
They still making things in China?
I don't know that song very well. You always, I should have prepared. I should have known. Let's do something brand new that nobody's heard. Let's do something else I don't know. Where is it? I've got to find it here so that. There it is. So, this is particularly relevant since my illness caused me not to get here last year. While I'm laid up in the hospital, I have this dream. And it may have been the morphine, and it may have been the other thing that they put in the IV. I was in. They asked, "What's your pain on a scale of 10?" And I said, "It's about a 9." They said, "That's what we thought from we've been watching you, and it looks like you're in some pain." So, I had this dream, and part of it was all that and the anxiety about the night before the surgery and so forth. But a part of it too is I had on my mind this project I've been working on about the book and my granddad and all that. So I have this dream, and in it, I'm in this hospital room, and my grandfather and father are standing side by side, and my grandfather is speaking in poetry, and I can't tell what he's saying. It could have been roses are red, violets are blue. It doesn't matter. But there was this cadence and this poetic sort of thing that he was doing, and then there was this thing around his head, almost like a, not a halo, but a hologram. And it's sort of spinning around, and it's just words. It's just jumbled of words. And then my father's standing next to him, and my father can't speak at all. And he died a few years ago, and he had Alzheimer's. And he got to where he could look for words, and he just couldn't, And I know how frustrating it was for him. So there was these two guys, and they're standing there together, and they came to me in this dream. And that was about it. And I woke up thinking, whoa, what was that? So what I determined was that it was them telling me it wasn't time. I was going to be all right. Not right then, but eventually. So this is called Rise Up Again. This is John Oates and I wrote this. I mostly wrote it. I thought I'd mostly written it till I sent it to him, and he sent it back better. So he and I co-wrote it. So I said, "That's my dream," and he said, "Ah, yes, but I made it better," and he did. He's a great arranger and a great friend and a great songwriter. So anyway, it's called Rise Up Again. You know what? There's a part you can sing. Do you want to help?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Rise. The word rise. 2, 3, 4. Rise. All right, you're going to see where it comes in. He's going to lead you because he's the musical director on this one. Well, my father and his father came to me at night as I tossed my head on a fever bed, praying for the light. The elder spoke in poetry, words dancing round his head. Then the younger said, "See, I was cut down when I was running at full speed, thinking everything I wanted was everything I need, betting I was faster than any wicked wind that blew my way. You will rise up, you will go on. It's not your time, it's just one more storm. Though we're like leaves scattered to the wind, you will rise up again. Rise. Those who've gone before me spoke to me in dreams, telling me my race is not yet run. Their faces lost to history, circumstance and mystery, fading names and places gone to time. For those who were cut down, running at full speed, believing that their destiny was all they'd ever need, betting they were faster than any wicked wind that blew their way. You will rise up, you will go on. It's not your time, it's just one more storm. Though we're like leaves scattered to the wind, you will rise up again. Rise like a wild horse in the shadow box, waiting for the sun. I'll dream till my day comes around. But this crooked world won't beat me till I'm truly done. I'm not ready for the burying ground. You will rise up, you will go on. It's not your time, just one more storm. Though we're like leaves scattered to the wind, you will rise up again. Rise up again. Here we go. Rise up again. Rise up again. Rise. Very nice. Thanks. That's another one of those you work it up with a full band and then you go, how am I going to pull that off? I got to take you all with me everywhere.
You're going to need a bigger van.
It's going to be expensive.
They get a part of the tip jar, right?
Yeah. Okay, we got to talk about that. No, Santa, you don't. You all do know this is Santa Claus.
Yes.
I mean, he literally is Santa Claus during the Christmas season.
In disguise for the summer.
It's not a very good disguise, right? No, not even subtle.
Nobody would have ever guessed.
Hey, Greg,
Yes,
will you do Paradise before that?
I will, but not right now.
That's fine.
Because right now is a teaching moment. We have everyone gathered together.
Yes.
I looked at when everyone sang that last note. I was so impressed, and I couldn't help but notice that you were keeping your hands to yourself and sitting on your bottoms. To me, that says teaching moment. So.
Do I have potential as an educator? Or?
You do.
Oh.
You do. You got them. You
Okay.
grabbed them.
I felt like I really, yeah.
So now I'm going to drive the point home now that I've got their attention. And this song is actually I'm going to do this one because you're sitting next to me.
Okay.
It's about the letter D. And the main character in the song is a guy named Dave. So
How about that, huh?
here we go. There once was a fellow named David who married a girl named Diane, and they had a baby named Darla, and then had another named Dan. Their third child was named Desdemona, their fourth one a girl named Darlene. They wanted a house full of children with names that all started with D. So the twins were named Darcy and Donna, and then there were Dolly and Drew, and then came their daughter Delilah, and everyone thought they were through. But Diane sort of liked the name Dexter, and David was partial to Doug. So they had 2 more children, and the house that they lived in was growing a little bit snug. Well, they kept finding names that they fancied, and of course they all started with D. And they kept right on going, their family kept growing, till they numbered 103. But then something interesting happened. They ran out of regular names, so they started to make up some new ones, and things got a little bit strange. The next child they named Doodle Dumpling, and then came Demiggle-de-Duff, and then Dimple Duck, and a Rooster, and Dumple-de-Doodle McDuff. And then Dave and Diane took the children, and they bought a hotel by the sea, and they're living there still at the top of the hill, with their names all beginning with D. You Randy Minks.
So, it reminds me, my wife has a granddaughter who's now almost 9 years old. But when she lives in Kauai, in the Hawaiian Islands, so I don't see her a lot. But when we first met, we got along really well, and I was silly, just she didn't know who I was in her life, but I was a fun guy. But she couldn't figure out how to call me David yet, so she just called me Duh. She thinks that's hilarious now. She'll go, "How you doing, Duh?" Well, actually, that's pretty fitting, really. You ever write something that just feels like a traveling song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is, and this will need a big honkin' rock and roll solo in the middle.
Okay.
What's that? I was playing at a house last night in Dripping Springs, and the woman has one of those picture frames that's made by Google that you can talk to your family on, but she'd never used it. It was brand new, and it was in the kitchen, and I was around the corner in her home playing, and all of a sudden this strange sound came, and nobody in the house knew what it was, including her, because she'd never used it. And it was her son calling her on her Google picture thing. So she was in there pounding on it, trying to make it stop. This is called Good Is Gone. From the ragged edge of losing you, I fell back to earth, facing my worst fears, living in a world of hurt. There's nothing on the far horizon, everything at my feet. Nowhere to go but up, no easy retreat. Too much time in a rearview mirror, I gotta keep moving on. She's calling my name but I can't hear her. Color me good is gone. All the splintered conversations, they pass for truth these days. We're chasing our worst instincts instead of choosing the words we say. Well, there's promise on a far horizon, still we wonder why. Nothing ever changes and true love dies. Too much time in a rearview mirror, I gotta keep moving on. She's calling my name but I can't hear her. Color me good is gone. gotta keep moving on. She's calling my name, but I can't hear her. Yeah. Color me good as gone. Color me good as gone. Thank you.
Nice. I like that a lot. How fun was that?
Well, I don't know, it's pretty fun. It's fun to play it with a full band, too.
I bet.
4 on the floor thing going. Where are you going?
It pains me, but I'm spending the night in Waco with my sister, and I thought I should get there before midnight.
I think you should. So thank you for being here.
I loved it.
I saw Steve Martin when he used to do stand up, and it was in a Coliseum with 10,000 people. Everybody was in their seat, and this woman got up to go to the bathroom, and he went, "Where do you think you're going?" And they spun a spotlight around on her. She said, "I'm going to the bathroom." Be safe. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
That's great. I promised this. Song called Paradise. It is for you. Yeah. Full moon rises and fades away. Full moon rises and paints the sea a silver blue. She begins to hum a Caribbean tune. He looks into her eyes and he says it all with just one sigh. It's so hard to say goodbye to this paradise and the island life. She would trade it all for a single reason why. He asked her once again to come along with him and leave her home behind. But she knows too well that paradise is hard to find. Seaplane rises and fades away into the sun. She turns and walks along the beach alone. And now this tiny island no longer feels like home at all. And the tears begin to fall. This island life is no longer paradise. She had it all, but she threw it all aside. How could she have failed to see home is where the heart can beat as one with another? Paradise is hard to find. unexpected chill. With every day, her heart grows colder still. There are no second chances. She gave up hoping long ago, but tonight it feels as though he's by her side. Must be the silver light of the quarter moon playing tricks upon her eyes. A long ago forgotten tune breaks the silence in the room, and there in a doorway she walks into the light. They hold each other tight, and once again it's paradise.
All the chords.
Yeah,
All of them.
every one of them.
That's nice.
Thanks.
So I went to a songwriting retreat, which I've never done before or since, but I went to one and I thought it would be good for me, and it was. Can I get a little more of this guitar, please? Anybody back there?
Reno, Randy, engineers. Okay, oh, Gabby.
Thank you. Anyway, I went to this thing and it rained and rained and rained, and all the power went out the first day we were there, and we had a little bit of a generator that would come on sometimes, and 17 people from around the world in this Quaker retreat center up north of Santa Cruz in the sequoias up in the mountains, and pretty isolated. So all the songs that got written by the new folks were about, I don't know if it'll ever stop raining, will the sun ever come out, I'm cold, I'm wet, I miss everybody. I mean, it was the pretty standard stuff. Probably a lot of that gets written at Kerrville when it rains, you know. So, you know, it's just.
Why does my neighbor smell like that?
Yes, yes. That's actually would be a good kid's song. And then you could explain the biology of. Well, anyway. So one of the people that was there was Susan Marie Reeves, and she's a Santa Barbara gal, and I knew Susan a little bit. So the day we got paired up to write, it was fun because I thought, well, I can write with somebody that's written some song and made some records. And right as we were about to get started writing, she got a Facebook message, and it was pretty unusual because we didn't have internet much, and it just kind of popped up. And it was from her 20-year-old daughter, or 19, who was away at college, and it said, "Mom, something horrible has happened. We have to talk." And then that was it.
Oh no.
So, you know, I've got a daughter. I get it. She was completely freaked out. And so for an hour she tried to get signals. She tried to get back in touch. Nothing. And we were just, you know. She said if I could just talk to her, I'd feel better. If she just knew I was here, you know. And I said, I shoved a piece of paper over there and I said, write her a letter. It's brilliant. So, I mean, it was in the moment. I didn't know what else to do. So I said, write her a letter and let her know how you feel. And so she did that. And I waited a little bit and came back. And I said, now let's write a song with that. So this is kind of where that came from. It's called Suddenly I'm Home. Well, you're alone and I can't reach you. It's so hard what you're going through. You're broken hearted, honey. I'd do anything for you. If I could be there for you now, I'd let you cry 1,000 tears. We'd hold each other up, together face our fears. Well, it only takes one candle to light the darkest dark. Only takes one hand to hold and I can feel your heart. No matter where life takes you, no matter where you go, all I do is think of you. Suddenly I'm home. Sometimes the lights go out and you cannot see a thing. The power fails and darkness falls and the phone won't ring. There's trouble all around you, like a child out in the cold. No one to talk to, no one to hold. It only takes one candle to light the darkest dark. Only takes one hand to hold and I can feel your heart. No matter where life takes you, no matter where you roam, all I do is think of you. Suddenly I'm home. Well, this is not the first or last time your little heart's gonna break in two. The world can be a cold, cold place and people can be cruel. I bet I will be there for you when you cry 1,000 tears. But we'll hold each other up, and together face our fears. Well, it only takes one candle to light the darkest dark. Only takes one hand to hold and I can feel your heart. No matter where life takes you, no matter where you roam, all I do is think of you. Suddenly I'm home. All I do is think of you. Suddenly I'm home. Thanks.
Nice. I like that.
Thank
That was really nice. So I gotta follow that with something that's not. I stopped to smell the flowers, 7 wasted hours. I have not done a thing all day, but I won't let that bother me. I won't be losing any sleep, 'cause somebody's doing something somewhere. Well, maybe I should take a nap, or read a magazine, or sit here flipping channels, or grab a bite to eat. This lifestyle's sure seductive, but I don't feel unproductive, 'cause somebody's doing something somewhere. Cartoon lick. Maybe I should do the wash, or at least go to the gym. Yeah, probably ought to mow the lawn, but this hammock that I'm in is awfully damn seductive, and I don't feel unproductive, 'cause somebody's doing something somewhere. Somebody's doing something somewhere. Somebody's doing something somewhere. Yeah. Thank you.
That's another one I didn't feel like I needed to jump in there.
It goes by pretty quick.
You're really making me feel like a drummer. Do that stuff. Here, let me just cartoon lick. That's great.
It sounded like a cartoon.
It's like yeah. So I can just see the Roadrunner running right up to the edge of the. I think one more each. Does that seem about right? Okay. This guy.
Randy's greedy. Don't ask him.
Okay. Well, I got an hour and a half drive tonight, so I'm just thinking, just looking down the road. This is a song. I used to live in Aspen, Colorado in the early 80s, and I played in bars 6 nights a week, and I had a day job. So you can imagine my behavior was exemplary.
When did you find time to get stoned?
It was, those were the days.
When you're younger, you can do that kind of stuff.
I did have a certain staying power I don't have anymore. That's why I'm looking at the clock going, wow, almost 11 o'clock. But there was...
Cut that clock off back there, Chris.
I've got it on the iPad. But there was a period of time there when a lot of us were complicit in staying up way too late, and there were some people that were in the business of helping people stay up too late, and some of them, I'm just going to say there was a lady that I don't think ever slept. I never knew her to not be awake, and it's tragic because it killed her. I mean, she died, living that life, and I wish I'd never been a part of it, but I guess I learned something. Anyway, this song came to me one day. I was thinking about those times, and it's called "Waiting in the Dark," and this is you're going to want to tear this one up.
Okay.
Just
Minor key thing?
fuzz tone, everything.
All right.
Yeah, you'll see. It's a song about waiting for somebody to change who's probably not going to. Well, there's a thumbnail moon in a plate glass sky, and I'm waiting in the dark for you to come by. It's another long night and our one-way deal, and I'm waiting in the dark for things to get real. How long must I live like this, locked up a prisoner to your spell, in your broken little world? How long until you see the light? Give up the fight and come home. I'm tired of being alone. Well, how high the stars, how far the fall, and I'm waiting in the dark for you to leave it all behind. And there's a monkey on your back, a new devil in town, and I'm waiting in the dark for you to come down. How long must I live like this, locked up a prisoner to your spell? Oh, your broken little world. How long until you see the light? Give up the fight and come home. I'm tired of being alone. Well, your casual acquaintance with the truth has found you out. You don't bring nothing to the party anymore. The usual suspects are nowhere in sight. You're on your own. You're on your own. Must I live like this, locked up a prisoner to your spell, Oh, your broken little world. How long until you see the light? Give up the fight and come home. I'm tired of being alone. How long must I live like this? Locked up a prisoner to your spell. Oh, your broken little world. How long until you see the light? Give up the fight and come home. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone. Tired of being alone. Nice.
Right. I like that. Dang, that was fun. That was really fun.
Thanks.
Can we do that again?
Let's do it about a year from now.
All right.
You know, actually, next spring it'd be great, or next year, because I'll have a new record.
Good. Me too.
Yeah, there you go.
Me too.
It's a date.
It's amazing. It's pretty hard to believe. Y'all, these guys have never met until tonight, and they are playing like this together. Isn't that amazing?
Hey. Well, I gotta say, Randy went out of his way to put us together, so he had a pretty good instinct for that. But it's fun because people that don't play come up and they'll go, "How do you know to do that?" It's just a vocabulary, you know. And I get better playing with people who are better than me.
Talent.
Well, but I mean, it is, you know.
A lot of it is just you've done that before.
Yeah.
You've seen that chord change before, or you think, "God, I hope he goes to that." And then when he does, it's like, "Ooh, good! That's exactly what I would have done."
Or when you see me doing this and not following, because he's going all over the place. He knows every James Taylor chord in the the Mickey Baker chord book.
Yeah. First James Taylor lick every guitar player learns is this one. Right?
Or there's no. Next year.
There's a new kid in town.
2020.
I want to do.
Do you have something I can actually play on?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot to play something with 3 chords, but I'm just.
No, you'll follow this.
I noticed the kids' songs are very 1-4-5 sort of. That's good.
Yeah, they're simple.
There was a 2 in one of them, though.
Yeah.
Got me going there.
Here's a song about false bravado, like faking it when you're not really feeling strong, but you fake it. That's not to be confused with false vibrato, which is like that Bee Gees thing, you know.
Kind of Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. Somebody asked her one time, "Does it bother you that your mother was a goat?" And she said, "Nah."
I have goats that are offended.
Oh yeah. When the sun got up this morning, it was just another day. I was off to work by 7, blew a kiss and drove away. But a note upon the table lay in wait for me at home, to tell me I would now be spending all my nights alone. Now sadder things have happened. Well, I don't remember when, but I've made it down life's road this far, and I'm nowhere near the end. My needs are fairly simple, and I know that I'll get by, for I don't intend to break or bend, and I will not lay down without a fight. And I will live without sunshine, and I will do without rain, and I won't need to feel the summer breeze upon my face again. And I suppose I'll get along without you every now and then. If I never love again, I'll be alright. But I don't think I can make it through tonight. Now a heart that's badly broken very often comes back strong, and if I survive this last goodbye, I intend to carry on. I can marshal my defenses, I can build a higher wall, I can feel a little less each day, till I no longer feel a thing at all. And I can live without sunshine, and I can do without rain, and I won't need to feel the summer breeze upon my face again. And I suppose I'll get along without you every now and then. And if I never love again, I'll be alright. But I don't think I can make it through tonight. If the morning finds me standing, the battle will be won, and I'll be free when all is said and done. 'Cause tonight's the last time I'll need anyone. And I can live without sunshine, and I can do without rain, and I won't need to feel the summer breeze upon my face again. And I suppose I'll get along without you every now and then. And if I never love again, I'll be alright. But I don't think I can make it through tonight. No, I don't think I can make it through tonight.
Thank you.
She's a
sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say baby. I gotta know your sweet love gonna save me. Thank you, folks. We ought to take it easy. Thank you, Helen and Randy. We appreciate it. We'll see you next year. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
That's big fun.
Wonderful.
Good, clean
That was
fun.
good.